Hey guys, Ralph here. True Power Trumpet Fitness, and welcome to Fabulous Friday. Fabulous Friday because it begins with F. It could be Fabulous Monday, Tuesday. They're all fabulous when you got double C's, baby. Life's good. Beautiful summer day. We are in the middle of summer, and it is gorgeous. You saw the thumbnail. Very, very important, guys, that you focus on what's important. 99.9% of the time, it's not what you think. And it's not, I'll get to it. I don't want to do it now. Okay? Now, I played a couple hours. That's 2 days in a row. I played a couple hours. Let's see what we got. Just get out of the shower. Anyway, yeah. Hellacious double C's, lyrical, changing timbre every 8 measures or so, ending in an absolute whisper, complete control. Guys, this is it. There's nobody else doing this. And guys, all my students sound like this. They have control of the trumpet. They're having a blast. Anyway. The thumbnail. Focus on the correct thing. So important, guys. So important. Now, I'm going to start with a quote from my man, Dave Steinmeier. Now, if you go back into the videos, I did 2 videos recounting a interview I did with Dave Steinmeier. The videos did not do the interview justice. They didn't. If I knew more about how doing a podcast and all this sort of stuff, I absolutely would have had him with a split screen and had him play and all that sort of stuff. But I don't know how to do it. Okay? With that said, I asked him, what are you doing with your tongue? What's going on with the tongue? He said, I'll be damned. You know, this is my Florida twang. Forgive me. I'll be damned. I don't know, Ralph. When I get up to that microphone, the last thing I want to be thinking about is my tongue. He's absolutely right. At that point in time, he should be thinking about the proper thing, which would be his solo. Now, for mere mortals, and another thing, guys, this guy never had a private lesson in his life. You think about the extraordinary musical genius of this guy. Never had a private lesson in his life. High school band and everything else he learned on his own. That's freaky. Listening to Stan Kenton records with his father, that is just so freaky. Anyway, not the point. One more thing about Dave Steinmeier. I can guarantee you, if he had extended time with a university professor, he probably would have screwed up his chops. So, thank God for small favors, right? Anyway. Now, when you are playing on a job, you should be thinking about one of 2 things. Either you have the music so incredibly ingrained in your being that you can just think about the tongue, or the tongue is so incredibly ingrained in your being, you, like Dave, you can just think about the music. Okay? Now, what happens before the tongue becomes automatic? You and I get caught in the middle. Sometimes, geez, we got this difficult chart and my chops crash in the middle of it. Well, yeah, because you were thinking about the difficult chart and not thinking about the chops. Now, I have a handful of things that I draw from every day to play for this. It's a wide variety of things, but basically it's stuff that I have in my back pocket. So I'm just thinking about the chops. That's the luxury I have. Not everybody, if I went out on a job today, I would have that problem. Now, my chops are pretty well ingrained, so I don't have a problem. But I digress. Okay? So, okay, Ralph, what should we be thinking about? When you are practicing your chops and you are planning one thing and some lesser things, but the one thing that the bottom lip, the tip of the tongue, firm into the soft inner red and thicker tongue. As you go higher, the tongue gets thicker. That's all you're thinking about. All I did was push the tongue forward and thicken it. And everything else took care of itself. You can see that my chops moved. It doesn't matter. If the lips are right, let the chops move where they want. How many times have I heard? Now, and I get, well, Ralph, in the upper register, the horn angle, that's not it. Ralph, I noticed that your chops get thick. That's not what you're thinking about. Ralph, I noticed that my tongue should be, guys, this is generations of muck that you have to get rid of. You have to get rid of. And that's what I've done for the last 45 years with Jerry, is just get a new way of thinking and what to focus on. Now, with Jerry tweaking things 500 times in the last 45 years, that made things difficult. But that is what is going on. Now, if you're thinking about that, I said there's two things, my 3 rules, that are a little bit lesser than that. But this will take care of everything. And that is, relax the corners and don't overblow. That is what you're thinking of. After a while, I have very, very few students anymore that have studied with me for a period of time that still overblow. Some of them are dying to. Absolutely dying to. But very, very few are doing it. Okay? But if this is where it's supposed to be, it takes the strain off the chops. Okay? The more you can do this, the less strain on the chops, the more they relax, which allows you to do more of this. It's unbelievable how thick my tongue is when I'm playing. Compared to you guys, it's not even close. I did a thing on cow tongue and lib attack and all that sort of stuff, pictures of Maynard, with the frenulum, all that sort of thing. Guys, can't beat it. Okay? You must focus on the right things. Now, when you're practicing and you have a gig coming up and you have to run over a certain part, you have to go over Petrushka, whatever it may be, absolutely. But when you are doing your chops, day in, day out, that's what you're thinking about. That's why I don't give routines. The notes you play are immaterial, completely 100% immaterial. Well, I have to start with my long tones. Anybody says that, run away. Then I have to do 15 minutes of, take a 15-minute break. Then I have to do 15 minutes of Clark. Run away. It has nothing to do with it. How many minutes of this, that, or the other thing has nothing to do with it. The only thing it has to do with is that. Spit buzz. I just saw, gave a lesson last night. Very, very talented player. Very, very talented player out in Las Vegas. And he doesn't like to spit buzz. You know who you are. Dude, you got to do it. You've got to do it. That's all there is to it. He's got G's and A flats, big as a house. The double C is in there. It's already in there. He just doesn't know how to bring it out. And once that happens, he is off to the races. I've lost myself another student because he doesn't need me anymore. He doesn't need me now because he's got it. But I will hold his hand and get him up to that double C, and it's done. He has a very, very consistent, no plateaus anymore. Peaks and valleys, very, very consistent. It just gets better and better. But he doesn't like to spit buzz. That's the last. You have to focus on what's right. The tongue, spit buzz, relax the corners, less air. The trumpet world is yours. Okay, guys, eat and drink fruits and vegetables and live your life with true power. Have a great weekend. Love you all.